Good morning, students. In previous video, we already seen that goals of the 5 years plan, that was growth, modernizations, self-reliance and equity. Now today we will start our topic agriculture. So in the previous chapter, we have learned that there was neither growth or nor equity in the agriculture sector during the colonial period. Now in this chapter, we learned what is the condition of agriculture development during the period from 1950 to 1990. It means after the independence. At the time of independence, the land tenure system was characterized by intermediaries like zamindars who merely collect rent, that is called lagan also, from the actual tillers of the soil. The low productivity of the agriculture sector forced India to import foods from the United States of America. The agriculture sector accounted for the largest share of workforce with approximately 70 to 75%. So, agriculture development was focused right from the first 5 years plan. There are some features or some problems of agriculture at that time. First, low productivity. Indian agriculture sector was known for its low productivity. Lack of knowledge was responsible for stagnation in this sector. Disgraced unemployment. It refers to a state in which more people are engaged in work than are really needed. There was very high incidence of disguised unemployment in the sector during the 1950 and 1990. It means if in the on the land required the only 10 person और 10 की जगह 20 लोग उसमें ऑक्यूपाई हुए हैं, that is called disguised unemployment. Next is the high dependency on rainfall. Due to the poor agriculture techniques, farmers depended largely on rainfall. There was the minimum growth of this sector in the year that received the least rainfall. Next, subsistence farming. It is the practice of the growing crops only for one's own use without any surplus for trade. There was also very high incidence of the subsistence farming also. Outdated technology. There were many absolute technologies and the harvesting machines. Harvesting was generally done manually and was very tedious. Conflicts between the tenant and the landlords. Farmers were often a part of the critical contact that bound them to their landlords. Landlord used to extract huge amount of interest from the farmers and deprived them their necessity. So there are some problems or we can say some features of the agriculture sector at the time of the 1950. So these problems faced by the first 5 years plan. Policy for growth of agriculture. So the measures undertaken to promote the growth in the agriculture sector can be broadly categorized the land reforms and green revolutions. So today we will start first land reforms in India. What is land reform? So land reform refers to primarily to change in the ownership of the land holding. It means land reforms refers to the step taken to provide ownership right to real trailer. Land reforms measures have been introduced by the various underdeveloped and developing countries for attaining a rational land distribution pattern and the viable the farming structure. The land tenure system introduced by the colonial government in India was unjust. The land was owned by the intermediates standing between the tiller and the soil. Intermediate, here the intermediate, it means the Jamindars. Land reforms were the needed to achieve the objective of the equity in agriculture. These intermediates did not take any step to increase the agriculture productivity. Our agriculture sector was in a backward condition at the time of independence. So land reform were needed. For this purpose, abolition of intermediates. So सबसे पहले जमींदारी सिस्टम का बॉयकॉट करने के लिए लोग आगे आए. And the Indian government took the various steps to abolish intermediates or zamindari system and to make the tillers the owners of the land. मतलब मजदूर है वही जमीन का मालिक बनेगा, ये कंसेप्ट से गवर्नमेंट सबसे पहले आगे आए. So under the prevent of the settlement, the lands were owned by the zamindars. The idea behind this step was that ownership of land would give the incentives to the actual tillers to make the improvement, provided sufficient capital was made available to them. The abolition of the intermediates brought 200 lakh tenants into direct contact with the government. The ownership rights granted to tenants gave them the incentives to increase output, and this contributed to growth in agriculture. So that is the totally abolitions of the intermediate or zamindari system. However, the goal of equity was not fully served by the abolition of zamindars because of following reasons. In some areas, the former zamindars contributed to own large areas of land by making use of some loopholes in the legislation. In some cases, tenants were evicted and the zamindars claimed to be self-cultivators. Even after getting the ownership of land, the poorest of the agriculture laborers did not benefit from the reforms. So that is the pathetic condition that time facing by the first 5 years plan promoted by the government to abolish to the zamindar system. Let us now discuss the land ceiling, which was the one of the very important measures towards the land reforms in the country. First, what is land ceiling? So land ceiling refers to fixing the specified limit of land which could be owned by an individual. Beyond the specified limit, all lands belonging to a particular person would be taken over by the government and will be allotted to the landless cultivators and small farmers. The purpose of land ceiling was to reduce the concentrations of land ownership in few hands. Land ceiling helped to promote the equity in the agriculture sector. However, the land ceiling legislations was challenged by the big landlords. They delayed its implementation. This delayed time was used by them to get the land registered in the name of the close relatives, thereby escaping from the legislations. So, if anyone owned more than the fixed ceiling, it means fixed land ceiling area, the government could take over the surplus and lands distribution it amongst the landless. It means suppose the government ने लैंड सीलिंग में डिसाइड किया है कि पर्टिकुलर सपोज 5 हेक्टर और 5 बीघा ज़मीन सबके पास होनी चाहिए. दैट इज़ जस्ट अजम्पशन कि 5 बीघा ज़मीन सबके पास होनी चाहिए. अगर उससे ज़्यादा होगी तो गवर्नमेंट उससे ज़्यादा की जितनी भी ज़मीन है वो अपने अंडर ले लेगी. उससे क्या होगा, जो लैंडलॉर्ड है उनकी जो जबरन वो जो लोग पुअर फार्मर्स के ऊपर लगान और ये सब लगा रहे हैं वो कम हो जाएगा. So, reason behind the failure of the land reforms. Zamindars made use of the loopholes of the land reforms laws. They continue on own large area of land. Land ceiling laws were the challenge in the court by the zamindars. Then they registered their surplus lands in the name of their relatives. In many places, heavy rent is collected from the peasants. The landlord evicts the peasants from the land that they cultivate. At that time, subsidy is the very new and the very important concept. So, subsidies is an amount of money given by the government to an industry or business keep the price of the commodity or service low. Argument against the subsidies. Soon after independence, it was necessary to give subsidies to encourage the farmers to adopt the new technology. Now, the new technology is widely adopted and it is the profitable, so subsidy can be abolished. Subsidies mostly benefit only the fertilizer industry and the rich farmers. The poor farmers and the agriculture workers are not benefited. The government has to spend a major part of its income to provide subsidies. So, the government does not have the adequate resources for the developmental activities. Subsidies encourage the farmers to use more fertilizer than required. This destroys the natural fertility of the soil. There are some arguments in the favor of subsidies also. Farming in India is risky. Subsidies are needed to encourage the farmers to take the risk. Most of the farmers are poor. They cannot afford to buy the agriculture's input without the subsidies. Abolitions of subsidies will widen the gap between the rich and the poor. So that is all about today. So that is the conclusion that land reforms or subsidies are the very initiative taken by the government to promote the agriculture at the time of the 1950 to 1919. That's all for today. Have a good day.